Hi everyone, my name's Cassie and this is my channel, Bookish Four Eyes. RJ from the Secret Stacks tagged me in a tag that he made. It's called the Blizzard book tag. And it's related to the snowstorms that have been happening. And actually here in Tennessee, there was a little tiny snowstorm on Friday, but all the snow has melted already, so I guess it's like it never even happened. With that being said, I thought it'd be fun to partake in this book tag, especially because it's winter and I don't like cold weather, so it would be fun to do. The very first question is to pick a wintry book cover, and I had a hard time picking one out. I looked through all the books that I've read on Goodreads, and unfortunately I couldn't find a book that I've read in the past that related to this, but I have seen other people talking about a book called The Snow Child. And it's about Alaska in the 1920s. That's all I know about this book, but I think I've heard that people enjoyed it. I can't remember anything about that book, and I didn't really take the time to really look into it, but it was appropriate for this category, so I'll just go with it. The second question is, what would be a fictional technology, superpower, or magic that you'd like to have in a snowstorm? And that was a tough question actually, but I thought about the Grisha series and Alina being the main character there, and she was a light summoner, so she could summon light and fight the darkness with her light. And I thought that it would be cool if I could just summon warmth and just spread warmth around. Which would be very convenient in case of a snowstorm. The third question was, which fictional character would you cuddle with to keep you warm? And I was just trying to be practical more so than, just going for a character that I liked. So I decided to go with, I think his name is Alaric. I don't know, I could be wrong, but it's the polar bear from The Golden Compass. Because I just figured that he was a polar bear and he was smart, he could talk, and I'm sure he'd probably keep me warm in a blizzard, so I figured I would rather be practical than just go with someone who's just another person. Question number 4 is, who's your favorite character who's a bit icy and takes a little while to warm up to? I had to pick Snape from Harry Potter just because, well, spoiler alert in case you haven't read Harry Potter books, which I'm sure most of you have. For the longest time you think he's this really mean guy and he just does bad things, and then near the very end things kind of turn around and then you see that he's not such a bad guy after all, and that he's actually a pretty decent dude. So I think that that's probably my pick. It definitely took me a while to like him. Next question is, what fictional character would you want to be on your side for a snowball fight? And I actually would just pick one fictional character. It's probably really odd and a really odd choice, but I would go with Buddy the Elf from the movie Elf, just because there is a snowball scene in the movie and you see him use his incredible snow fight action. So he's just really good at snowball fights, and I think that he would definitely help me out a lot because I don't think I am, so he would definitely save the both of us. Next question is, what character would you want to smack in the face with a snowball? And it took me a while to figure this out, but I'm gonna go with Levana from Fairest, which is one of the books of the Lunar Chronicles, just because she's pretty mean, and I don't know, as I was reading the book, the stuff that came out of her mouth was just, I don't know, really selfish and ignorant, so I just think that she would definitely deserve a snowball to her face. Next question is, what book reminds you of vacation? And I had to go with The Vacationers because it's about a vacation. Even though it's not the best book that I've ever read, I don't really enjoy this book. It was very dull and not much happened. It wasn't an exciting vacation book, but it does remind me of vacation, so as soon as I thought of it, I was like, oh, it's probably a good choice. So that's where I went with. The next question is, what book has a warm getaway where you wish you could escape? And this one would have to be Eat, Pray, Love, and the first place she goes to is Italy, the second place she travels to is India, and the last one is Indonesia, and I think I would like to go to all of those. right now because it is warm there and it would just be a fun, adventurous trip to go. So I would very much like to go there. The last question is, if the power goes out, what book do you have on your nightstand or on your Kindle ready to read to pass the time? I would have to say the Harry Potter series, because there are quite a bit of books there and they do get progressively longer. So I think that they would definitely occupy my time quite well. I wouldn't have to look for another book for a little while at least, and hopefully the power would come back on and then I wouldn't have to keep reading the books. But I think that that's probably what I'd go for. And also they're pretty upbeat and interesting, so I wouldn't get bored. I would just keep reading and it would just be a fun experience all around. So that just wraps up my video. Thank you, RJ, for tagging me, and I just want to tag everybody. So if you've been hit by a snowstorm, doesn't matter how small or how large, you should do this book tag. So consider yourselves tagged. And thank you so much for watching this video, and I'll see you next time.